Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How art thou doing this evening, this wonderful Wednesday, cold Wednesday? And seems like everybody is swimming in South Africa. Just quickly give me an up okay if there's a AV. If the AV and the whatnots are all good. You know, where's my little lappy? Where's my little lappy? You know, I enjoy this caramel cigar so much. I tend to overfill my lovely Odin number. You see? There you go. That's hunky-dory. That's hunky-dory. Alright. Guys, everything okay? Because I opened OBS, but I still had my headphones on. I was gaming just before this. So I'm not sure if the microphone... all good, all good. So welcome to another Wednesday evening catch-up session. How are you doing? How are you doing? Besides half of South Africa swimming, the other half getting very cold. But I mean, we can't complain about the water. We have got an abundance of water. And I actually heard over the radio, they are warning about the El Nino effect going to kick in later this year. So yeah, and that comes with very little rain and extreme heats. So we must enjoy this coldness, believe it or not. But yeah, I saw some pictures of Stellenbosch. There are people that couldn't get to work. There's somebody that actually videoed a car floating around. That's how much water actually fell in the Stellenbosch area. And it's not much better in Paarl. I also saw a lot of photos of people posting of the... but there's a lot of water. Oh my crapsack. Funnily enough, in Cape Town, I mean, it's raining, but it's not that excessive as what you see in the neighboring little towns 60 kilometers from here, 40 kilometers from here. It's crazy. It's crazy. So anywho, so what is going to happen tonight is I'm going to show you what I've got of my computer so far. I've still got 4 components to go, but I will see when my paycheck when I get paid tomorrow, if I can actually get 2 or 3 of those 4 components, and slowly but surely, hopefully in a month's time, I have got everything, and then I can start building the PC, and I will actually show you what the PC is going to look like. If you actually want me to make a video of the building process, you must let me know. I've got a buddy of mine that's going to come over to do it though, but I can just quickly show you what I've currently got. And to appreciate the new hard drives which are out for computers, I am going to have to show you the top view of this little hard drive. But anyway, before we do that though, let's quickly check there. There's Jaco Veldhuis, Ronaldo the iDad dude, Henry Landsberg. Henry, I assume you enjoying a bit of a vaping, bit of blimey. I think he mixed up a bit of blimey for him. And then Pierre Kok, good evening Pierre, nice to have you here as well. John Martin, lekker Alipat, John Martin, goeienaand mense. Nico says it's cold and wet in the Cape Town area. Of course it is. It's also wet in the PEP area, Ronaldo says. He's Chantal Marais. I'm going to show you some. Chantal also purchased something from mine. She actually purchased the Citadel and the mini robot. And she was kind enough to send me a snappy of her setup though, so we'll have a look at that. Nico says all good. Hello, hello, hello. Kirshen Gounder is here. Good evening, Kirshen. How you doing? How you doing? Chantal Marais, niks rain in Mpumalanga nie. Yeah, but you guys do get rain. It will come, don't worry about it. We must alternate. And then Somerset West, toe groot reën gehad, my sien het video's gestuur. That's crazy. There's Mr. Rob Fisher, Bazinga. Rob posts so many. What's in your right hand now? I thought to maybe make it a segment, since we have got a week apart from between the Wednesdays, maybe a handshake of the week, which I go and grab from ESEC SA. So maybe I must start doing that as well, and give some recognition to not only very nice devices, but also good scenery, because that's going to be the main criteria for picking a handshake. And then I can just show you that as part of the slideshow. So we will have a slideshow tonight. And then we can also go and have a look at new devices. But the problem is that website doesn't translate Russian to English anymore. So we can try and figure out together what is going on and what the actual devices are. Maybe we can figure out the batteries which it takes, the wattage it delivers, heaven knows, but it's all in Russian. Weirdly enough, Chromium doesn't want to translate anymore. I've got no idea. And then something else, before I show you the new little hard drive, is I came across a website that, and it was while Nico Libbe was here. Nico was here, and Calvin was also here as well. And these guys are selling concentrates, and it's not diluted concentrates. These guys talk about start at 1%, but the flavor profiles is basically the flavor profiles we come to see at Flavor World and Black Vapor and Boss Vape and these guys, Flavor Mill, etc. So I sent them an email and asked them, not an email, a Facebook message, because I hunted them down on Facebook and asked them, listen, these flavorings, because they also claim that it's pharmaceutical grade. It's obviously that it's not vaping flavorings, put it that way. It's food flavorings, but it's a very well-known brand. And I asked them, listen, is it alcohol-based or is it PG-based or is it VG-based? So yeah, Nico, you will be happy to hear that they let me know it is PG-based. And for some other reason, they call it oils, but it's not really an oil. But I've heard people say, you vape oils and stuff like that. They say, maybe it's just a term which they use. But yeah, it's PG based. So I will, in the course of time, actually order one or two of these flavorings and actually taste them. And if I'm alive, after I've tasted them, I will give you my feedback. Because for you guys who are into do-it-yourself, it's going to be a way cheaper alternative. So it would be great if these flavorings, because I mean, we're talking about your normal apple and banana, but I mean, nice things, condensed milk, caramel, popcorn, things like that. So yeah, it's great flavorings. Lime, which I'm hunting for a good lime, so we can check that out. So in any case, have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. The new hard drives, which is out for computers. So yeah, look at this. Okay, let's quickly transition over there. And there you go. I'll show you this little monkey nut. Let's just quickly give it a nice little zoomy. Check out this. These are basically the new formats. And there you go. That is the hard drive. So I've actually purchased two of these guys. They are 500 gig SSD. But they are called this NVMe. But the M2 apparently is the newer one, the faster one. But these guys are so small. Okay, let me just open the other package, of which I've already basically opened it. Here's the other one. But here, okay, check out this. There's the hard drive. That is a 500 gig SSD hard drive. So anywho, so that is currently what I've got concerning my hard drive space, but I'm fine with that because I've already got other hard drives in my old computer which I'll probably take out and remove. And then I just decided to opt for this, the 12 gen chip, the i5 12400 though. Now obviously I will not be using the heatsink which is inside here because they're normally very crappy. I am just after the CPU. So the CPU I have received as well. So that's good. And then I will show you the cooler, which I'm hang 10 boys, don't be like that now. Just want to remove this. But yeah, you've got to this is the cooler which now I can tell you the reason why I actually purchased this cooler is because I'm not into my RGBs. I want a stealthy setup. I'm not into lights, etc. Maybe a very faint blue coming through somewhere, but I'm not heavy into these fans with different colors and stuff like that though. So yeah, so I might as well show you on this screen. This is the cooler which I actually got. Check this beast of a CPU cooler. So yeah, this will go on the i5, but this is what I've opted for. I'm not much into those air cooler, liquid cooler type of situations over there. I'm still a believer of these little trusty guys. So yeah, that's that. A humongous cooler. And then the other component which I've also got already, because I mean I decided might as well go big or go home. Do this one time because I don't want to build up another computer for about 10 years there. So this is the power supply I've opted for. And there you go. Look at this beast. Okay. This is a 1000 watt from Super Flower. Now I've never heard about Super Flower, and apparently it's a company that's made components for other big companies as well, outside, not only regarding the computer industry but others, and people gave it very great ratings, and I was actually very lucky. I purchased this from a guy, which this and one of the other hard drives. That's why I actually got 2 hard drives. It's a guy immigrating to Australia, not immigrating there, but he's going to go and study in Australia. So he broke his computer apart and sold off the various components of it there. And I was lucky enough to catch this guy. Now it normally goes for about 3, but I got it for 1.5. He sold it to me for 1.5. And while I was there, he asked me if I don't want a hard drive, and I said sure. And then he took out this little small beast which I showed you. And I asked him, what do you want for it though? And he said, no, if you can give me 400 rand. Sure. But the place where he stays, you can see this guy he's staying in one of those small little flats which cost you 2.5 million at Grand West, at Century City. Put it that way, not Grand West, Century City. The guy next to him has got one of the Magnum PI Ferraris. It's beautiful cars standing there. So in any case, so this guy obviously doesn't need money, and he needs to sell it as quick as possible so he can actually go overseas and have some cash in hand. So I actually got these guys for a good, very good bargain, and hence I got it. So that is nice. Let me just put this guy back over there and this guy in here. So all I still need is the motherboard and the RAM and the casing, and at a later stage I will get a graphics card. Because initially I thought of removing this one over here, and the power supply, but then I thought about it. But no man, rather keep this thing as it is and sell this as a whole computer. So yeah, and then the guy's got everything and he can start it up and he's got a nice computer to go automatically. So yeah, that's that. Quickly want to get over here. Okay, so basically what I'm vaping, because you always must want to know what I'm vaping, but I'm vaping exactly the same stuff. I even sent a picture to Mr. Lord Hawkey. He WhatsApped me, and he's currently in Australia. Yeah, that oak is continental hopping like crazy. But in any case, so I told him, yeah, no, I'm still vaping your little gold HOG, the hog, still running over this beast. And in there's a rum and maple juice, which Calvin actually brought along, which he's busy making, rum and maple. So yeah, and I'm sure he's very close to finalizing the rum and maple. And then Force, here's the dual 21, the single 21700. Because Force actually WhatsApped me about it earlier and asked me, what do I think about the Odin 200? So I said, well, I assume it's a nice device. I mean, I've got this little guy. Odin's basically got the same fins, exactly same design. It's just a bit fatter to house dual 18650s. So I don't know if you've got the dual 21700 version, which is obviously slightly bigger. But I've got no problem with these chips. Chips are great inside. I mean, it's DNA. Well, the version which I've got is DNA. You can also get the cheaper version. But yeah, no, it's absolutely fine. So I'm still running this with the Aries V2 with some caramel cigar inside of it. Where's my botty? There's my botty. Here you go. Here you go. Pipe a caramel cigar. And if you want something nice to back over there, hit up Mr. Ronaldo. He's inside chat. He will talk to you. I like VTA Persian lime. Somebody told me about the Persian lime. that the Persian lime is nice. But it's not something which you find at many of the vendors, Fee. I actually had a look at Persian lime, but you don't seem to find it very widely. I think I found 2 vendors which actually stock it, and the one only sells it in 10 mils. So yeah, no, that's not liquor. Kobus Carpenter, yay! Kobus Carpenter joined us. Good evening, Kobus. Yeah, you're also a man that's scarce. Huh? You work very hard. Then we have got Fia already greeted over there. Zach Damon's inside here. The NVs are years out. The NVs are years out. I don't know what you mean by that. Got no idea. No, I know, but I mean, this is the second version, the 2 one, and I've actually saw the new one, which is also coming out. But I mean, because I haven't upgraded my PC in 6-7 years, I don't know. I mean, I'll keep it up to date with components. So I had to do a lot of research to make sure that the motherboard which I get will take the CPU, will take these hard drives, will take whatever and whatever and whatever. So, yes, 5 gig write speed, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Something with quick transfer speed. So yeah, if I can, I doubt if I were able to download quicker, but at least they say it's like this. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Opening and closing things. Timothy Victor, Timothy, good evening. I haven't seen a new post of you guys advertising a new vape meat, so let me know if there's something coming up. I have a super flower, sweet power supply, nice, and Fee, you don't have any issues with it. Dart Frog Paul popping in here. I think he missed 1 or 2 of the lives, but yeah, he's back again. Chucking clouds. I got mine at black, and yeah, I saw Black Vapors, one of them that actually got it. Always 10 mil, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I actually saw, the Persian line. But it'll be interesting to actually check it out. Okay, so I think let's just quickly have a look at the slideshow. The slideshow. Not everything is vape related. It's just interesting pictures I came across, and maybe a bit of nostalgia in some of them, like the first one over here. Check out this number. I still remember, I've still actually got Bloodsport on DVD, but it's so nice to actually see these 2 legends together. and I mean, I would say they're legends. I mean, I've always liked Jean-Claude Van Damme, not necessarily as an actor there. They're fairly decent movies, but yeah, nothing Oscar material, put it that way. But that oak, I loved the Bloodsport, and that oak, yeah, he was a mean guy in Bloodsport. Mean guy. But it's so nice to see them. They actually had contact, and there's the 2 photos of them recently. Actually very nice. Anywho, there. Now that is a Megalodon shark tooth. That's a fairly large one, by the way. Something which I dabbled with before I actually started my YouTube channel, in any case, long years back. Let's talk about 10 years back. And I actually bought things from eBay. It's probably further than 10 years, but that's when I still remember the US dollar, a single US dollar was equal to 7 Rand, around in that specific stage. So I bought a lot of things from eBay, and then when it gets here, I post it and resell it. Things like, it could be anything. Key rings, I had a huge collection of Camel Zippos. I've still got 2 original Camel Zippos left. Smurfs I brought in, dioramas, a lot of my figurines which I've got, porcelain figurines, those Batmans which you see at the back over there, 2 of them were brought in from overseas. My Indiana Jones brought from overseas. A lot of my figurines brought in from overseas when it was still actually affordable, put it that way. And then my son had a birthday, and he came to me and he asked me if I can't take some of his birthday money and buy him something on eBay and then resell it in South Africa so that he can make some money on his birthday money. Sharpie, ne? Sharpie. Little kid, sharp. So I said, sure thing. So I bought him a Megalodon shark tooth. And it wasn't the first one. His was probably the 4th one, which I purchased. And the previous 3 are all sold very easily and made easily double my money on it. Easily. These things are very sought after in South Africa, especially because you can't dive them out here in South Africa. You can get them along the coast and mostly in rivers in America, and I think the western side of America. But here they're very scarce. So I bought these. I think I paid 900 for his back day, which sounds like a lot of money, but I think I sold it for 1,700 or something like that. So he made a 700 cash moolah, and he was very excited. But I never kept one for myself, which was actually very stupid. But I was afraid that if I keep it in my biology class, because it is something special, somebody would steal it, and I was a bit worried about it. Not that people would, not that somebody has stolen something from my class up until this point, but this is something special, and I was just worried that they would take it though. But the reason why I'm showing you this specific photo is because the guy's got pyrite. What they're doing currently is they're doing inlays in the portions of the teeth which has been eroded away. And this guy just put in which is fool's gold, by the way, for you guys who did not know. Pyrite, am I pronouncing it correctly? But yeah, no, that's absolutely amazing. Wait, Kirshen? Wait, let me quickly see. What did Kirshen say? Please explain to the people what transpired between our deal and see how they feel. Please, oh my goodness. Kirshen, okay, now he picks tonight. Any case, what happened is you guys saw the items which I sold, or which I advertised, put it that way. And then Kirshen sent me a message that he's looking for the Centaurus. But after he sent his message, I saw that Tianus actually sent a message before him, but I didn't see Tianus's message before I replied to Kirshen. But because Tianus replied first, I sold it to him. And I let Kirshen know I'm very, very sorry. I missed Tianus's message. But for me, it is more important to always stick to the same, can I say, the ethos, put it that way, where I sell it to a person that first responds. He has the option first. And it was my mistake not realizing that. So yeah, and unfortunately Kirshen is extremely disappointed and extremely upset, and I can understand that. But I had to give it to Tianus because he was the first one to actually respond to it. So yeah, and that's the story. So yeah, since Kaiser will ignore me, the deal concluded with him verbally, absolutely. I did say that. I asked him for my banking details when he told me, sorry, it was sold to a gold member, because Tianus is a gold member. I mean, he's been a long supporter of the channel for a long time. If you're a man of your word, cause you're vape influencing, you should lead by example. Now he ignores me. No, it's not ignoring you, Kirshen. Jeez, like it, you know. People are so, can make so much issues about these things. As I said, you can blame me, you can call me an asshole, you can go about it. I said exactly what happened now, so if you still want to be sore about it, though, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about it. That's just who I am. That's just who I am. First responder, I missed the message, I saw it later on. He has got first dibs, according to me. So yeah, if you don't like that, unfortunately, it's one of those things. I hope it doesn't happen again. But the problem is there's a lot of various methods of which you can actually message me, and I don't look at them all simultaneously. Now, obviously, because I've got the phone, that's the one which I'm going to see first. So it's obviously not that's the way in which the message got through first, but the phone is obviously the one which is closest to me. So it's a mistake from my side, but I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, let's quickly go on. Second one over there. I actually thought this was cute, and I think this is a nice idea for neighborhoods. If you've got that type of situation, to get something like that going. And one of the comments underneath this picture was somebody that actually did it, and they almost got the thing to 100 meters long. But to start with something like this on a sidewalk, I think that would be great. You guys, Kirshen, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I mean, I'm tired of WhatsApping you, and I mentioned exactly what's going on. So if you want to chime in with some of the chatters inside chat, you're welcome. You're welcome to go ahead. But yeah, I'm not going to respond anymore. You know exactly. And I did tell you, I'm sorry, but that's what I do. And if you don't like it, unfortunately, it is sad. Okay, there's a second one. I actually like that photo which the people took, the whole family. the before and after photo of when the baby actually comes. But look at that. I think that is very creative. That's very, very smart. So that I liked. And then I came across this. I've seen these goats before on cliffs, but these goats are starting to climb on dam walls. And you guys know how steep and how smooth dam walls are. But obviously they're targeting dam walls which are very old. So by the water which is actually run by overspill and sluices which have been opened, etc., etc., minerals have started forming, a bit of erosion has started forming. So it started getting to a point where these goats can actually get footing on the side of these dam walls, and then they go and lick these minerals in the dampness. But it's absolutely crazy. So there's a picture of the dam itself, and there you can actually see the goats where they stand on these dam walls. But it is absolutely crazy that they can actually do this, and it's extremely steep. But then if you go and watch them in nature, then you can actually see how miraculous, how amazing these guys are. So in any case, so that was that. And then an interesting mod which I came across is this guy. I've got no idea what it is. Maybe somebody inside chat can tell me. But yeah, so this thing has got a section which actually connects to it at the bottom. Heaven knows if it's 4 18650 batteries which is inside there. I've got no idea. I've got no idea. So anywho, and then this is a vape mat which is being sold, which I thought is a very nice vape mat. It's very large. It spans across the keyboard. I think it's about 1 meter in width, but all the dimensions on there is accurate. So that's why they call it the wire optim. So it is a great build mat. It also looks very nice. A great build mat for your own builds. If you want to cut your wire certain lengths and make yourself 2 quick coils, etc., etc. It's actually a very handy and a very interesting little mat. I thought that was very nice. And then we've got this picture. Now I did mention about 2 weeks ago that Thunder Creations posted a picture of the Borrow, which was still darkened, very mysterious. And then they posted this picture over here. So obviously it is going to come out as a kit, a Borrow kit, but that's basically what it looks like. It reminds me a lot about the Vigo. I don't know if you guys can remember the Vigo mod, but the look of this thing is a lot like the Vigo. I assume, almost think it is a 21700. Almost think it's a 21700. So not exactly sure, but if you guys are into Borrow devices, there's at least something which is going to be released. Not sure whether it's done in collaboration with Mike Vapes or he's got anything, or any vape has got anything to do with it. But it's still hush-hush. But it's been hush-hush for about 3 weeks now already. So heaven knows when they're going to start posting decent photos of this. Heaven knows. Okay, then at least there is a happy customer. Thank you very much, Chantel, for sending that picture of the Citadel with that custom drip tip, which has got, I know it came out with these little funny, small little black, geez, like it, almost like this guy. But yeah, they came out with this, but a little pitch black Delrin, I think it's Delrin drip tip. So I just thought that the drip tip is much nicer and much more comfortable. It gives you more the 810 feel on the mouth. So yeah, so I hope you're happy with that though. I know it's very well looked after devices, etc., especially that mini robot as well. So I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I like your MTL you're having over there. That's nice. Caramel cigar. There you go. It is really good, this caramel cigar. And then look at this thing. This, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 extensions. I assume it's 18650s because this thing, if this thing is 4 21700s, this thing must be a beast. Power equivalent. Geez, like I don't. Yeah, no, I've got a 421. Do I? I think the Hammer of God. Do I have a 421 700 mod? I can't even remember. I don't know. Ek kan nie eens onthou nie. Maar that thing is huge. Check out that thing. That thing is crazy. Alandra, I told you you're going to enjoy the Precision. The Precision is a I'll go as far as to say that the Precision to me is the best looking MTL RTA which I've ever seen. It is just such a clean, nice, especially that gunmetal version, which you actually got. Now, where's my Arabian Nights? I've still got a lekker Arabian Nights over here as well. Here's my Arabian Nights. And the body is, I would say, there's still a third left of it. And this one's almost empty. So then I'm going to empty the Arabian Nights, and then Ronaldo, I'm going to contact you. Make sure. I'm definitely going to contact you. Please don't forget about the MTL blind. No. I will have a bit of time, Niku, this weekend, because I know it is holiday on Friday, and then I will mix up a small little batch of Blimey MTL, so you can try it though. It's unfortunate that somebody actually scolded my which I actually had, because I actually vaped that as well. So that's lekker. Just want to see, Nico Libber's got a photo over here. Maybe it's a bit of, ja mense, ek het gelag vandag. Holy crap. At school. Gaan jy vanaand 'n nice RTA up for grabs hê? Waarde kan die tweedehandse een kry? Fos, as jy 'n lekker RTA soek, ek het vir jou lekker RTA. Jy kan nie, you can get this for $350 just because I need cash. Where is it now? I showed it to somebody. There's a great RTA for you for 350 kiesers. There you go. Beautiful. Look at that drip tip. Let me show you this on the up and closey. On the up and closey. Where's that up and closey now? Where's the top view? Top view. There you go. Check this out. Check this out, man, Vos. Ek kap hom nog al 'n fade. Look at that. Look at that beautiful drip tip. And I mean, if you look at the bull deck, you can see that this thing is going to have super flavor. And it does have very, very nice flavor. But the thing is, I use the arbiters. I've got 3 arbiters. And I've still got my Torrent Beasts. Okay, let's just quickly zoom that again. But yeah. But there you go. So this for 350 is a steal, man. That's a steal. So don't be like that. Don't be like that now. Alright, so that is still there as well. You know, we've still got this guy as well, Oaks. Nobody interested in the Pioneer? MTL guys, the Pioneer is a great MTL RTA. And where's the Oaks with the twisted messes? The drippers? Jeez, like it, manne. Daar's mos niks fout daarmee nie. But in any case, I think that was the last slide which I wanted to show you. Oh no, there's another one. There's another one. That little oakie which you see over here is it's not the new, put it that way. It is new, but it's not new. Now, if you guys can remember, it still doesn't want to translate. I'm just trying. If you can remember, the Hadron 220 came out with a squonk backpack, which made it extremely bulky. And then obviously the Ragnar. So they decided to bring out, it's got the Yi chip inside of it, but they decided to bring out the Hadron 220 without the backpack kit. So obviously you will not have those connection sites on the back of the Hadron though. It's going to be a clean mod. But yeah, so just thought I'd show you that as well. And then this, I'm not sure if it's Wiener Vape, but I saw this on Facebook, and then Calvin also sent me a picture. Maybe he let me know. I think he probably said where this message is from. Here, he's just forced. Kyk nou hierdie man. I'm going to show you something very special from Nico Libbe. Calvin. I think it's Wiener Vape. Wiener Vape Company. They decided to bring out these nicotine one-shots. What do they call it? Nick shots. Available in 36 milligram, 72 milligram, and 80 milliliters. So yeah, there you go. So if you want to just buy nicotine shots, as I said, I think it's PG based, VG, is it VG based? But it says there on that thing, you can go and have a look there quickly. but I want to show you this picture quickly. So I think it's best that I show it up close. So Niku comes along here. I think that was the last one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was the last one. Okay, let's go to the top view quickly again. I'm going to show you this on the top view. So Niku comes along and he brings me this photo. Now check this thing out. Okay, I'll zoom it in quickly there. Hopefully you can see it well. So what he did is he's going to make a Kaiser coin out of solid brass, I think you said, Anne? It's brass. Copper's was more yellow. But in any case, so yeah, and I don't know how good you can see this with the thing. But he's already got the coin, so what he did is he's going to etch. I'm not sure what he's going to do with this though, but yeah, that's the whole idea, to make a Kaiser coin. Can you believe it? That's almost a Niku. So he's that bored. Now he decides to make a Kaiser coin, but this thing is fairly large. It's about this size, and it's about that thick, but it is very heavy. It is solid. So it would be interesting to actually see what this thing looks like when it is done. But I must say, I probably can't say that I'm the first vendor of the first vape reviewer with stickers, with the caps, or whatever the case may be. But I can definitely probably tell you I'm going to be the first vape reviewer with his own coin. So that's going to be something interesting. So yeah, let's quickly check out here. Kobus says he feels for him. I felt like I wasted money on the Arbiter 2. There's nothing wrong with the Arbiter 2, and the paint job is still perfect. This thing, absolutely. There you go. The Precision is running like a John Deere, not as good as Arabian Nights. Please don't forget about the MTL Blimey. Okay, well, I'll do that though. Landre, is it a good ATI? 18650, I have that, but not stacked. Okay. Hou dit vir my. Okay, Force, I'll keep it for you. Los Force or Exucum. Okay, now Force, Force, ek wil net gou check. Okay, nobody else on WhatsApp. Let's just check the email over here, just to make sure. And yeah, and I know this is the only place which I saw it there. And just to double check here quickly. Yeah, wie's dit? Okay, that's that close up over here. But I would love if that company's flavorings is going to be nice and it's PG based as what they say, and nothing's going to happen to me if I vape it. That is going to be super, because I'm going to tell you now, you pay 30 Rand for 30 milliliters. Now that is absolutely amazing. So if it's going to be quality and if it's going to be a nice flavor, I'm definitely going to purchase and use that. Because I mean, what otherwise is the flavorings which we use? These little jobs. Because I mean, you can use it in food as well. You can make milkshakes from it as well. So how much different is this from that? If you really think about it. I've got no idea. I haven't done a lot of research into it there. But you guys can maybe tell me. Maybe some of you guys know a bit more than what I do concerning these things. But in any case, okay, let's quickly go to the internet and see if we can figure out what the hell is going on here in Russian. As I said, I've got no idea. This thing doesn't want to translate. I can actually show you by refreshing this. It asks me and it tries to translate it, but it doesn't. It doesn't translate it. No, it doesn't. So anywho, so let's close this guy over here. Let's just go back and look at some of the new devices. Maybe there's something interesting for some of you. Now the last thing which we basically looked at was this Requiem mod, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's a VMAX combo kit. The whole VMAX M1 combo kit, probably with collaboration with Geek Vape, I assume. But yeah, at least you can see what these things look like. So it's also going to take those little cigarette type things. And I think it runs to 16 watts. Yeah, 16 watts, 1 amp charging, 1 milliamp hour battery inside of it. But there you go. So that's what this little guy looks like. And I know of people that actually vape these kind of things. These cigarette type of jobbies. But yes. Okay, then there's Smohan's new one. They did contact me and they did send me something, but obviously it's normal post, so it will probably arrive here in 3 months' time. But I assume it's going to be this, because when I asked him, what is it you're sending me, and he said, no, it's a new pot system. So it is this guy. So it would be nice if I can actually understand German. But yeah, at least this guy's top full, so that's a bonus over here. It's got an air inlet, so you can adjust it. No, that's an on and off switch. Okay, nice and intriguing. 5 to 30 watts. That's nice and strong. So my wife could use that. 0.6, 0.8 and 1 ohm coil. Nogal the 0.6 which I prefer, or which she prefers, put it that way. She likes it though. So that's what this guy looks like. We've got that, and then we've got Le Petit Vapoteur. We've got this much, 100 watt. It seems to 32 millimeter watt. Yeah, 32 millimeter. It's a weird little looking guy in there, but I can guarantee you this thing's going to be extremely comfortable in the hand. This guy's going to be very comfortable. But not often you see little mods look like this though. So this is a nice little cutie pie. Another photo of it there. Okay. And yeah, 32, holy crap sack. That's huge. That is huge. So it's 18.6. I assume that's a 21, 721. I've got no idea. I assume so much. Let's quickly take this and I'm going to translate it quickly in normal. Internet quickly and see what it actually says. See if Firefox can actually translate this. Okay, to English. Alright, let's take it Russian to English translator. Russian to English. Check what it says. Okay, there you go. Into the text. Power from 1 to 100 watts. Alright. 1 to 100 watts. Okay, so it's 4000 milliamp internal battery. Jesus, that's actually a huge battery, but it's an internal battery. But as I said, it's going to be a comfortable device, so obviously it won't be that expensive though. I think it's going to be fairly cheap. But yeah, cute little looking device. So we've got that. And then the E100 pot kit by Okino. Just another pot kit. 3 little lights. Nothing much new. You've got different heads. 0.8, 1.2 ohm. 650 milliamp battery inside of it. 1 amp charging. Okay, that we've got. You know, there's so many disposables out there. I quickly want to show you what picture Lord Hawkey sent me. Well, he's currently busy vaping. As I said, there's just so many disposables. I've never seen the one that he was vaping. Lord Hawkey. Okay, there you go. Maybe you can see it. But yeah. That's currently the one which he is vaping. Banana Ice. And if I'm not mistaken, he is using this with it. A smoke trap. I don't know if you guys ever seen a smoke trap. But yeah, it's basically just a little device which you vape into so that you don't exhale the vapor and it won't trigger your fire alarms at the top and things like that though. So but yeah, there's so many of these things out, man. Jeez, like it. You don't know where it stops. And most, as I said, most of them has got ice. So hopefully somebody will bring in a few without ice. That's nice. 5% Yes, that's strong, buddy. That's strong. Yeah, but look at all these different flavors. Holy crap sack. But 0.8 ohm battery, 5% nicotine, 20 milliliters of juice, 650 milliamps of internal battery. But yeah, if you want to look at the underside, well, this guy's English. The ads are English. Yeah, even gives you a battery indication over there. That's nice. Not often you see this. So that's something new and something nice, especially for it for being a rechargeable. That's cute. I must say, this little guy is still pumping. This oak. With his lights. And I'm actually surprised how long the batteries last. Because I haven't even charged this guy yet. And it still vapes. It still vapes. Strawberry milkshake. Alright, then last... No, there's one more. Okay, what is this one? The Stubby Halo X-Ray. Suicide Mods and Vaping Bogan. But isn't this one out already? Isn't it the 21700? Is this a new one already? 18650. Is this a new stubby? Looks very nice. I never had the stubby, so I've got no idea. I know it also had a front panel which was removable. But yeah, there are 3 color configurations. So yeah, so this must obviously be something new. There's the dimensions, 77, so 7.7 centimeters, 4.3 centimeters, and 3 centimeters. 18650, 1 amp, 80 watts. But yeah, then it must be new. But that, there you go, new stubbles. And then last but not least, we have got this. Look at this massive pot kit. Here, mess, look at that thing, is huge, huh? Yes. 1500 milliamp battery, 8 mils of juice. But this thing looks big. Yeah, why is it so big? This thing also stores juice. Okay, let's just quickly take this and then I can read you the translation. Okay, let's paste this in here and then read you actually what it says. The compact pot system is a puff activated, powered by a 250 milliamp battery and delivers a maximum output of 9 watts. 9 watts. The replacement cartridges uses 1.2 ohm mesh coil, holds 0.6 mils, 1500 milliamp battery, fast charging at 2 amps. Device has an automatic filling system with an innovative insulated reservoir. There you go. That provides reliable protection against leaks as well as preservation of the taste properties of the liquid due to vacuum. Holy crap sack. So there you've got it. Interesting numbers, ne? Interesting. And that's what it looks like on a close-up. Nice and sleek device. If it's going to have great flavor, I think it should sell simply because of the capacity. So 8.1 milliliters of a reservoir that actually auto-fills. That is a very interesting concept. Very interesting. My goodness gracious. Geo. So it must work with some kind of pressure sensor. Interesting stuff, man. Now, where does it end? Where does it end? Any case, that is that regarding what is new and out there. Okay, let's quickly see at the chat if there's somebody that's also angry at me for something. Let's quickly read it. Yeah, I do feel bad. But yo. Only Vape Arabian Nights. I used to argue with Guy often about what was his best tobacco. What was his best tobacco, by the way? Just for the sake of interest. Then Andreas, we've got a newcomer here inside the house. Hello, Andreas. Nice coin, he says. Nico Libber says, the iDad dude, can you do Arabian Nights with 10? Nico, he can do anything. He can do anything. Nico will chat to you afterwards. Nico, you will not be disappointed. Definitely not. It's very, very good. I must actually get some rum and maple also for a change. Now to come to think of it. MTL, rum and maple, for sure. Guys, is there anything else which you wanted to say from your side? I've got nothing. Just want to see there. Yeah. I've basically done what I actually wanted to show you. Nothing new on my side. As I said, hopefully I will be able to order my motherboard tomorrow. With Force's contribution, I might get my RAM sticks as well, because I just need slightly more. And then, yeah. And then I'm going to start selling these things which I've got here as a bundle. I've thought about the Twisted Messes, all of them collectively for 400 Rand. The VT Nano with the battery door that is very finicky. Nothing wrong with the battery door, it's just very fine threading, very hard to put on. But yeah, I'll even consider letting this little guy go for 200 kisses. 200. Yeah, that's a steal, buddies. Don't be like that then. And but I mean, as I say, it is used, but it's still in fairly good nick. And then I've also got this thing over here, believe it or not. I've still got this. Look at this. This thing's also lying here in a box. I've got no idea. But yeah, there you got this. You don't remember? I don't know if any of you guys had this guy. But it comes with a very mean looking tool. Here stamp ek alweer die dominoes hier om. But yeah, it's got this cap number which you can have over there. And then here it is. The Anarchist. Look at this beast. This thing's beautiful condition. So let's put this guy back. But yeah, it's, as I said, some weird things which I've still got here. Weird old stuff. What else is inside here? Which is interesting. And nothing in this box. Oh my God, there's a dog's ball. There's just so many stuff here. I found the dog's ball. That's actually great. Okay guys, I don't see anybody type in chat anymore, so I assume you guys have got nothing to say. I'm going to say have a nice cold evening further. If you want to watch a nice entertaining movie, unrealistic but entertaining, Fast and Furious, watch that. It is not, as I said, not a fantastic Oscar material movie again, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining. It's typical Fast and Furious, but it's so nice to see some new faces in there. So go and check that out. Thank you very much for joining this evening. Maybe I must put this guy on live chat, because you oaks are seriously quiet over here. Yeah, no, nothing. Nobody's saying anything more. Cheers all. All right, oaks, have a good night, and I will see you next Wednesday evening. This is Kaiser signing over and out. Cheers. Here we go. Price for the ball is not the same as the golf ball. Need a bit.